Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here. Hope everybody's having a great off week here in our Supercross break. Decided to jump on here and do some kind of quick hits, so keep an eye out. We're going to have some more of these videos coming. This video topic here, we are going to talk Jordan Smith, Triumph Racing, and when we will possibly see a 450 debut in Supercross. So, little bit of information that I've heard here. Obviously, Triumph has now debuted their 450 there. All the magazines have been down to Georgia to check it out, to ride it, all of that good stuff. They're starting to hit dealerships now. Hopefully, at some point here this year, we will get an opportunity to ride both the 250 and the 450, but we're working on that. So let's talk 450s with Supercross here. So rumor mill right this second, and we all heard this kind of a while ago, and we've talked about it on the show a little bit here. Jordan Smith got signed to Triumph for a 3-year deal with a 4th-year option, which is a crazy long deal, especially for someone of his age there. He's not exactly a spring chicken. Most of the time, once you get to that actual age, you end up in what we would call almost a year-by-year, maybe a 2-year deal, but a lot of times you end up going almost year-by-year because of your age. He, like I said, got signed to a long-term 3-year deal, possible 4th year, and it was to carry him from a 250, which he's riding this year, into 450. So the rumor that we're hearing right now is that the Triumph will make their 450 Supercross debut in 2026 with Jordan Smith. Now, from my understanding at the current moment, and I could be wrong, so if I am, I'm sure you all hit me up in the comments, but my current understanding is that Jordan Smith will be the solo 450 rider for 2026. He's going to develop the bike and try to get that program off the ground as far as 450s go. Then my understanding is in 2027, Triumph will actually go after a big fish rider. Now, when you say big fish, there's lots of guys that are going to be basically on a year-to-year contract at that point, right? We all know that this year it is absolutely crazy the amount of dudes whose contracts are up. You have Jason Anderson, Justin Barsha, Malcolm Stewart, I believe. Maybe Stu has another year on his deal. I can't remember exactly. Justin Cooper's deal is up. Aaron Plessinger's on a year-by-year deal with KTM. Sexton's deal is up. Lots of names, lots of potential to move there. Now, like I said, my current understanding is that they're going to go with a singular 450 rider. I would think it would be advantageous for them to pick up a second 450 rider to debut the bike next year, because we all know how Jordan Smith is. No offense to him. We've all seen it. He likes to hit the ground a lot. And if you're trying to develop a bike, the last thing you want is for that bike to not be able to be developed because your rider is injured. Now, there's lots of options there. I know part of their kind of hold up and their plan on waiting till 2027 to really go after a big fish, say like a Chase Sexton or something like that, would be to make sure that the bike gets developed, because the last thing you want is to sign a big name like a Chase Sexton. He gets on the bike and it's just a complete dud the first year. And what I mean by complete dud is you just can't get it figured out. You can't get it going. It's going to be a super bad look for the brand. However, I do believe there are a lot of names that you could sign potentially to that deal, right? You have like a Justin Barsha, who is a big name, and I don't, again, no offense to these guys, but I don't really believe that Barsha is a guy that's expected to go out and win races. You have like an Aaron Plessinger. Aaron Plessinger is a race-winning possibility, but essentially we'll call it a second-tier guy when it comes to the 450 class. Jason Anderson, I think, would be a wild name to put on there, but he does have potential to do well. However, he might be a little bit too much to the point of like if it didn't go well, it would be a bad look. I don't believe they'll go after someone like a Chase Sexton. I don't believe they'll go after like a Ken Roczen. Those kind of guys you want to bring in after you've got the bike semi-established, at least after like a year, right? But for the most part, my understanding right now is for sure Smith. Like I said, I think it'd be advantageous to sign a second one. Will they actually do it? I don't know. But with that being said, that's basically all the information I have. Now, want to highlight a couple of our sponsors here. Again, weather's getting warm. Rev X products, max power for your dirt bikes, your pit bikes, single cylinder, 4-stroke motors. This stuff can go in, make the bike run cooler, longer, give you longer maintenance intervals. Make sure to check that stuff out. And if you guys want to get a free sample of NANO XTREME, there's an email address down below, themotoaftermathshow@gmail.com. Make sure send an email with your name, your address, and your email address in it so I can just copy and paste it and send it to them, and you will get an absolutely free sample of NANO XTREME. No cost to you, no shipping, nothing. We cover all of that. Best pain relief cream on the market right now. All natural, good to go. And that's been this week, or that's been this off week's video. So hope everybody had a good off weekend. We're heading into Birmingham. We'll be back with more of these this week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you all later. Just want to thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like this kind of content and you want to see the full show, it's linked right here. If you guys want to make sure that you never miss an update, you never miss a show, a live stream, a bike build, or anything that we're doing, make sure to hit that subscribe button there and make sure to turn on notifications with the bell. If you want to join our members area to help support the show, that's greatly appreciated too, and you can check us recording things live that other people in the general public don't get to see. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see y'all on the next one.